Splendid. We can go now. By the way, where's your suitcase? Mr. Simon said you would have one. Didn't you pick it up yet? No need to fret. Mr. Simon's got connections with the right folks. We've got a plan in the works. Right. Let's head over there. I'll follow you.
A police officer in a flashy tech outfit stands on the stoop, engaged in a quiet tete-a-tete with a man. The man delivers a parcel to the officer, who accepts it with a subtle nod before passing something back in return. Every few seconds, the cop checks his surroundings, suggesting that this is an illicit exchange.
Listen up, partner. I gotta sort a little something out with Jimmy. But I'll be back in 2 shakes, don't you worry. But ain't you the one smuggling dangerous contraband into the port? No worries, partner. It'll be brief. I had a feeling we were gonna get along. Hey, Jimmy,
The cop startles at Nick's exclamation, his countenance darkening as he looks up at the imposing giant. It's abundantly clear.
What do you want, Mortensen?
Jimmy, you owe me a little something. And since I'm in the neighborhood, I thought I'd cash in.
The policeman's face grows another shade darker as he forces a smile onto his face.
Yeah, I think we need to have a little one-on-one off the record.
The policeman nods pointedly in your direction.
Ha! My partner likes getting down to brass tacks. Knew we were on the same page, buddy.
Without ever taking his eyes off the policeman's, Nick wordlessly extends an open hand. Jimmy hesitates, but only briefly, his gaze snapping from the towering giant to you, then back again. Finally, he lets out a long, reluctant sigh and drops the mysterious package into Nick's massive palm.
Damn it, Mortensen. Here, take it, gag on it at best.
Nick grins with satisfaction.
And keep this between you and me, all right? Not a word to another living soul.
I understand. I'm not a kid in short pants, you know. Hold on a sec. There's something I've got to take care of.
Nick carefully unwraps the parcel to reveal a tiny heap of crystalline powder. It shimmers with different colors in the sunlight.
Orphan. I'd have never made it through the mines without it. I was popping every single day. The work was that brutal. Thankfully, one of them flying critters was a friend of mine.
Nick expertly snorts up a dose of orphan, and a blissful grin takes over his face.
Oh. Feel like giving it a shot? It'll toughen you up. You've got no idea what you're passing up, pal.
This dwarf is openly weeping, anguish etched on his face. As you draw closer, a noxious but familiar odor wafts over you, the acrid tang of rock gut, the cheapest of spirits. Totally plastered, the dwarf is walking in his mood.
Stop bothering me! Damn it! What do you want? Your bags? Nobody cared a fig about Finley McClatchy as long as everything was working. Nobody! Only when it all broke down did they start going, Finley, can you help me with my suitcase? Finley, can you find my purse? What do you want? Let me guess. Is it luggage? I just bet you want some fucking luggage. It's like this. Richard Maxwell Gracefield Parisi III arrived in town 2 days ago. He's a famous theater director. There's been a shutdown at the station, and Mr. Parisi was invited to entertain any new arrivals until it's sorted out. I wanted to be an actor my whole life! Woo! To be so adored that whenever people saw me, they would smile. You know what I mean? So this was the chance of a lifetime for me! But he just grabbed his suitcase and walked on by, didn't even glance in my direction. I'm so glad I wasn't worth the least bit of his attention. Oh my God, I'm such a fool. I should have thought of that. How could I ever think poorly of Richard Maxwell Gracefield Parisi III? Oh, thank you so much.
You catch the sounds of a heated argument in the square, where a well-dressed dandy is shouting at a syndicate agent. Looks like things are about to get physical.
This is unthinkable! Absolutely not! I'm not going to do it! Your edits are a mockery of the performing arts.
Richard, it seems you misunderstood me.
Whoa, not so fast, fella. It's Richard Maxwell Gracefield Parisi III to you! That's Parisi with an E!
No, of course. But you're deeply mistaken if you think we're asking your opinion on this. The head of the Eastern Syndicate must see the correct version of this play, the one we know he will enjoy. We've already made all the necessary changes. We hired you to direct this performance, and you will do what we tell you to do. Period.
Oh, this is positively scandalous! You're making me dizzy. I think I'm going to faint.
That's the end of this conversation. I trust we understand each other now.
Oh, my vision is going blurry! And my legs, they're failing me! Oh, I'm going to pass out!
Richard Maxwell Gracefield Parisi III closes his eyes and dramatically flops to the ground. The syndicate envoy bends over and discreetly places a folder full of papers in the director's hands. Then, after spitting disdainfully to one side, he departs, leaving the director to his feigned unconsciousness. As you watch, the director's right eye opens the merest crack, followed by the left, each lid rising cautiously. His gaze fixes upon you for a moment.
That imbecile is gone, right? The goddamn ass-licker. He's going to pay for trying to force his gibberish on me. A douchebag who's never even had a manicure. Can you believe it?
Richard Maxwell Gracefield Parisi III, in his characteristically nonchalant fashion, fans himself with a thick folder, yet his gaze remains locked on Nick.
Ah, Mickey, a radiant Rosie. And who's this you've got tagging along? I'm running a smidge low on those little pick-me-ups, like. But give me 2 sunrises and we'll be flying high again!
Richard, can't you ever keep your trap shut? That's got nothing to do with our business right now. Got it?
I see. What do you want then? Assistant? I thought the world was going to end before you finally showed up. Where the heck have you been? No, don't answer that. I don't care. The whole place is going to hell. The local branch of the syndicate wants to make changes to my script to please their big boss, the head of the Eastern Syndicate. My script of my play. They want to murder my entire artistic aesthetic with their propaganda. Moreover, there's no way the actors can learn new lines in such a short time. Especially these actors. Have you seen them around, by the way?
Richard Maxwell Gracefield Parisi III wrings his hands nervously. But when his gaze returns to you, his eyes come to a sharp focus.
Why are you still standing here? Why aren't you racing around solving my problems and carrying out my orders? Can't you see? They're all drunkards! I will never, I repeat, never work with a provincial troupe ever again. It's almost showtime, but I don't see them getting ready backstage. They're probably wandering around someplace in a daze. Find them. Here's a list with all their names. Yes, of course. We don't have a budget for extra expenses, but I'll give you something out of my own pocket.
That's
Damn it.
great.
Bring him here. Fantastic! Now move, move, move! We're running out of time. Have you What took you so long? There's only minutes left until the show. There wasn't any time for them to study the Syndicate's nightmare script. This is going to be a disaster. Listen, you're my last hope. I need you to work as our prompter. I'm sure you can distinguish between my
Well, this is...
Did you say something? Go to the prompter's booth and... Hey, hello there, fiery gentlemen and divine ladies. Welcome to the exclusive, incredible, and ultra-modern New World. I hope your trip here was as magical as my new hairstyle. Yes, I heard about those few small bumps you faced along the way, but that's all in the past. It's time to move forward into the future. Now, hold on tight, my friends, because the real star is about to appear. The boss of the gigantic Eastern Syndicate, the incomparable Wayne Zindo! Take the microphone, Director Zindo, please.
Welcome, newcomers, to our land. A land that lives and breathes freedom. At this point, I would normally be handing you a glass of wine while we all relax and have a nice chat, but today's circumstances call for a little improvisation. As you may have guessed, we've had a small problem with transportation. The train to Newark has been delayed, but don't worry. Letta Jean and her team are already addressing this unpleasant issue. And when our system-wide automation is complete, such inconveniences will be nothing but a memory. You'll reach Newark eventually, and I guarantee it will be all the more thrilling for the wait. In the interim, the Syndicate has prepared a special gift for you. A drama arranged by Newark's acclaimed stage director, Richard Maxwell Gracefield Parisi III. Mr. Gracefield Parisi and his troupe will put on a performance of The Broken Heart of the Enchanted Beast. I hope you enjoy it as much as I know I will.
You've got the play's script in hand, though not a single line has managed to evade the conspicuous scrawl of a red pen. Zindo's underlings have revised the entire text, transforming the director's vision into an extended series of advertisements. Worse, the actors haven't had time to commit these revisions to memory. Now you must step into the spotlight and guide everyone through the tsunami of altered text. But first, you must decide whether to stick to the original script or navigate the Syndicate's adaptation.
Today, you will witness a love story unfold, and a vicious trap sprung, all in a sea of blood. Let this be a warning for any who dare bridge the gap between technology and magic.
Nerio, dear Nerio, this love's a snare, for magic and technology clash and flare. Their realms apart, they shan't entwine. Yet, Mr. Zindo's new possibilities now may shine.
My sweetest violet, defy this decree. Magic smites thy worlds not to me.
Oh, Nerio, the Weaver's darkest blight. Their reckless magic turned day to night. We must respect the laws and ne'er sway.
Herald, mark my words, thou shalt see. Great power from the rifts mine shall be. Weaver's gifts, I'll claim them all. My might and magic, they shall enthrall.
Nerio, beware! This path is fraught with peril and darkness. the thought! In the realm of creation, automatons make their stance, and with a fair maiden's favor, best your magical pants.
My dear Gerald, thy fears I will ignore. I crave this magic and I must have more. And Violet's my heart's desire. Her love and power shall all come.
Violet! Fair Violet! I know her well. Her heart is in science, not some spell. To woo her with magic would be a ruse, and such dark intentions she must refuse. Young hearts entangled in this perilous strife, a clash of realms portends doom in life. Their destinies entwined in dark dismay, a balance lost, heart...
Nerio, dear Nerio, we must now part ways. Zindo's automatons hold more wisdom in store than any mage.
No, Violet! You can't break free, it's clear. My soul is bound to dark magic. My dear.
Oh, Nerio! Your transformation's too extreme. An abhorred mage, a nightmarish gleam. We can't bridge the gap betwixt realms so vast.
Beware of magic, upright and fair. It tempts and beguiles, but can't truly care. Love or friendship with a mage are bare. In the blink of an eye, mage turns nightmare.
This is a disaster! A complete failure!
Hey, Eddie, you heard anything about a circus rolling into town?
Nah, haven't caught wind of it. Damn, just look at that guy. Is that a face or what? Just like my mother-in-law when me and Lizzie were marrying, right?
The policemen start laughing, apparently blocking the way for the strange crowd led by the dwarf. Everyone but him appears utterly devoid of comprehension. In a bizarre reaction to the jest, the dwarf begins gesticulating with an air of near hysteria.
Let us in! Let us in!
I must speak to Director Zindo immediately. People vanishing, poof, without a trace. Leslie, it's a nightmare. What seemed like a great mind is but a...
However, the underlying principles of any technology must be constant, aren't they? Thus, you can analyze what you see in a way you would dissect upon one individual's back. Assuming they still qualify as such, you observe what appears to be a generator. Their skin's top layer resembles that of corpses, decomposed soft tissue, and unnatural. The dwarf begins to almost drown.
There's no time for that. No time at all. They clothed everyone. Director Zindo, his assistant. They're dabbling in horrors, twisting ordinary folk into monsters. They must be exposed. What the horror?
Abruptly, a growl rumbles from the throng. Horror grips. Gradually it spreads, enveloping the entire crowd.
Go.
Without warning, the creature flings the dwarf aside, his head meeting the ground with a resounding thud.
Oh, fuck!